Andrew, good to see you.
Morning.
At the moment, tell us a bit about your role and what your specific duties are, Andrew, here at the club now.
Well, it's first team coach, so I support David and Christoph, and obviously all the support staff around me. First team coach. So yeah, it's been brilliant since I've been here. Exciting times with the manager and what he's building with the identity of the club, and it's great for me learning every day. And hopefully, Christoph and David pick up bits from me.
I mean, we all know about your enthusiasm. We know you well in this region for that, Andrew. What do you think you bring to the party at Huddersfield more than say others can?
Well, I was very fortunate to be invited to have an interview for the role. So first and foremost, I'd like to think that I could bring just a wealth of experience with not top league football, but I'd say Championship, League One and League Two in the area. I spoke to the manager and Christoph and Stu Webber about the idea of the football club, and the idea of the whole new philosophy was really appealing to me. And obviously I felt as a young coach, it'd be a great learning curve for me. But also I like to, speak to the manager. He asked me about teams' history, he asked me about teams' managers, he asked me about teams' formations, so I tried to put a lot of work into that for him and for the club to find out ways of where we can impose ourselves on opposition and, possible ways of winning games. But mostly this club here, it's about us and what we do, and taking this club to the next level in the right direction. Not giant steps, but small steps, in the way we're doing it. With a little bit of top-class recruitment and also trying to bring the young ones through as well. I think it's important that, the Huddersfield, the academy keeps going as well, because, for the last few seasons we've been really successful at 21 and 18 level. And we want to try and bring that identity through to the first team, but it's about all sort of coming together. But no, it's been brilliant for me. I get to we get to coach every day. I get to a really good relationship with the players. I think it's really important. Sometimes the manager's the manager, so the players need someone to come to. And obviously, when you've left that player to coach sort of level, there's a way of understanding players now, and hopefully the players get me, and I'm able to foresee what David wants and what we want, and translate between both.
Looking at the club, you talked about making small steps, but you've got to say this season has been a big step, because now you have to consider yourselves as genuine promotion contenders, don't you?
I wouldn't say promotion contenders. What I would say is that we're a team that's progressing. If you look at last season, still finished in the bottom half of the table. So there was a remit that we spoke about in private with the manager, with Christoph, with Stuart, with all the players as well, and all the support staff, because it's a big team thing here, which the chairman's really big on. In which way we want to go. Now, the manager, planted them ideas and little bits of structure last year, how we were going to play, which is exciting. But there's a way of managing it. We want to try and get on that manageable level now, where we're not winning, we're not losing. We need to sort of get in the middle and be more consistent. It's about identifying players where you feel that they have more technical ability than they think they have. Some players might have been just a bit mismanaged at other clubs, or some players lose the way at other clubs, and David sees something in them that definitely he can bring out of them. With a few examples with the German players, with Kachunga, huge example, obviously Bundesliga player. Things weren't going right from there, but David saw something in him that maybe identified that he'd be good in the British game. And I think he's a British player. I said this to him the other day. His attitude, he reminds me of a British Championship top player. But it's doing the little steps. It's bringing it's not huge overall changes. It's got to be little bits at a time. I was lucky enough, fortunate enough to be at Reading when they were going through that process. Slowly, new training ground. Little bits added to the training ground, little bits added to the pitch. Slowly get better. And then Reading were fortunate enough to get promoted. Have good Premier League, they came back down, they went back up again, so they've had that sort of journey. So if Huddersfield can sort of follow on that journey of getting in a top 10 club, being in the top 10 regular, possibly being in the top 6, maybe 2-3 years, then you'll really talk about promotion. So I think it's still a building in process. We're definitely going in the right direction, but it's finding ways to stay there and keep us at that level.
I know David's away at the moment, but what can you tell us about team news ahead of the Norwich game tomorrow night, Andrew?
Team news is is how it was yesterday. Everyone's fit. Obviously, Joe Lolly's coming back from injury. He's not too far away. Scans as well. Has had a procedure. But apart from that, the team's recovering. I think the key to this 3 games in 6 days is recovery, regeneration. Basically, getting everything we can into them, food-wise, recovery-wise, to get them ready. We had a long day to Burton. After the game, we had a bit of should I say, slight misdemeanour. The coach burst its tyre. As the 21 years in football, the first coach tyre that's ever burst. So, but it was great. We marked the player liaison officer straight away, and right on it straight away. We all had taxis that brought us straight back. So if anything, the lads got back quicker. So the lads were back. We were in yesterday. We did a recovery. The ones that didn't play did the work they need, and then today we'll go again.
Another one of your former clubs, Norwich, this weekend. Yeah. They've dropped off a little bit because they were making the running, weren't they, early on? What do you make of this game?
I think it's a really, really exciting game for both clubs. You know, it's a Friday night. It's on TV. The pitch will be outstanding as always. The support will be great. Under the lights Friday night, great game for TV. It'll be, they're a good club. Always been a good club, but it's about us and what we're doing. We're really looking forward to going there. You can say that they had a sticky run, but you could arguably say they've got a Premier League squad. Well, they have got a Premier League squad. They've got top players, but we've got young, hungry players as well that want to go out and play against the best.
Indeed, back-to-back wins. It's a good way to go into this Christmas period at the moment.
Yeah, always. Well, any wins is good to go into a Christmas period. I think if we could get something tomorrow night, it'd make it even better. But we're definitely hoping to go there, and we need to put on a first and foremost performance. We need to work hard, really work hard, because their manager's work ethic's really, real top. He was successful across the board, and he's been successful at Norwich with what he's built into them. So we need to, first and foremost, to get any result of this game, we have all got to work really hard, and we'll definitely be making sure that we're locked onto that, because by no means it's going to be a very, very tough game, which we're looking forward to.